Hey everybody, and welcome back to 6 Ages Ride Like the Wind, where I'm just looking at our overall clan. We've got 647 people, looking about, let's say 350 or so commoners and nobles and warriors, excluding children. So there's been mention that we need a lot of horses. We need at least one horse for each person, and we don't quite have that, but it's close, sort of close. We do have exploring bonus, and we don't currently look how it's, excuse me, it doesn't currently look like we have any explorers out. We've explored up here to the mountains. We've explored over here. Let me zoom in. I guess that's just a tree. I thought it might be the edge of a structure or the edge of some kind of words, but it appears to be just a tree. So I think we will go ahead and explore a little bit. It's just early fire season, so still have plenty of time. We could try to explore down here to Forasan, but we need to tame the river first, and we have been pretty bad about that. So let's go ahead and explore. Do we want to go out further into the mountains? Do we want to go towards the west? Maybe we go east and look perhaps here-ish? I'll send a few people. And Zakorda, I don't want to send you. Elendis, you go again. Alright. Get out there. Oh, and of course, as soon as we send our people away, there's an attack. How lovely is that? We're being raided by the Twin Songs. Again, you guys? There are 121 riders in total. Luckily, our patrol spotted them, and 15 swords and 94 of our bows met them. I mean, that's good, but I can't help but notice they have flaming swords. Flaming swords doesn't sound too good for us. You know what? I'll put a couple magic in. We have the self-firing bow we can use. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what I clicked. I accidentally clicked, I think, probably drive them off or kill them all. Excuse me. Whoops. I didn't mean to click that. Let's conduct a magic ritual. Let's get our horses to fight with us, perhaps. As our priest completed the ritual, the hooves of our horses began to spark as they pranced about, ready to attack. As we performed our ritual, so did the Twin Songs. The hooves of the Twin Songs' horses began to spark as they pranced about. Great. So we're just kind of even again. Well, let's skirmish with them. Our archers shot only half-heartedly at the Twin Songs, dismayed by their war whoops. We are now out of arrows. That's a thing that can happen? You can be out of arrows? Whoops. Didn't know that was a thing? Okay. Maneuver them, please. We outmaneuvered the Twin Songs as they advanced. Okay, let's hold our ground, please. Barsden, what do you have to say, Barsden? Barsden notices a weapon dropped by a fallen warrior and senses that it holds great magical power. How does he react? Fight his way to it, ignore the distraction, ride to it, circuiting around enemy combatants, or ride to it full tilt. Let's weave. Let's duck and weave. He was so intent on circuiting through population -1. I guess Barsden didn't make it. That he did not see it was a trap. Ambushers waited to direct a fusillade of arrows at whoever rode to seize the weapon. Barsden's death gave cruel pause to our warriors. Not great. Okay, let's fight cleverly. Hey, we pushed them back. They tried to press the attack, but we fought more cleverly. The battle began to swing our ways. Zakorda said that only the gods could say for sure, but our combat ability seemed better than theirs. Let's continue to fight cleverly. Their gamble failed as their risky maneuver left them in a worse situation. It was soon over. The battle went on and on. We drove the twin songs off and their survivors left without looting our land. With their careful attention, our auxiliaries kept 3 warriors from dying and healed 2 of the wounded. But what about Barsden? He also died. Poor Barsden. Rip Barsden. I don't even know who you were, but you died. I wish we could get something for successfully defending. Because it just seems like we don't lose anything. But we should be able to keep their horses or something. Like, if we knock them off their horses, maybe we could take some goods or something from them. So what? We've got a couple wounded. Can we change? We can... Let's say we don't know the magic for healing. We just know... No, we just know restoring wounded. We don't know curing the sick. Okay, so that's good for us. So I do want to kind of hold off on doing any herds or, sacrificing any herds or sacrificing goods because I kind of feel like we need to hold on to those. We might be able to get away with another exploration. It is still late fire season. Let's go down to this quadrant here. And hopefully we can be back in time without getting caught out in a storm or anything. Take a few people. Sakura, I do not want you to go. Ellen. Or Aline. Aline, you can go. I haven't seen you before, but you're good. Very good at combat, so please, go find some things. And apparently that was a turn where nothing happened. Okay, we're early Earth season now. Like, I kind of don't want to send anybody out because we have used up all our people. I mean, we have very few raiders or warriors left in case we get raided. Down to 3 magic. So I honestly think it's not the fun thing to do, but I think I'm just gonna hold off and just end a turn. A desperate group of people, about a dozen in all, arrive starving and wounded on the outskirts of your lands. They speak an archaic version of your language. If their story is to be believed, they fled Orlentos, one of the cities under the vast Imperial Dome. Trolls tumbled up from below. They took us and more besides as food. We escaped and we've been moving south in search of a safe place to live. We are exhausted and we can go no further. Will you help us? And our options are: heal and feed them as short-term guests. Heal, feed, and re-equip them for further journey. Let them stay as long-term guests. Pelt them with rocks and cow dung, or send them on their way. You just want to send them on their way. The people are in no mood for generosity. You want to let them stay or help them. You want to send them. You want to send them. You want to pelt them with rocks and cow dung. We are better at appealing to prejudice than overcoming them. I sent out Ulendas thinking he wasn't on the council, but he is now on the council, so whoops. I'll have to remember that next time. I don't see how they got this far without visible means of defense. It is easier to win the hearts of people who have nothing. Why bother? Dara Hapans might worship a false sun, but our ancestors adopted hunter-gatherers without worrying about who they worship. See? Yeah, we did this in the past. This is tradition that we help others. So I'm going to let them stay as long-term guests. Please, come. We will help you, even though we have little of our own, but we will help you. Mood Plus, population 15. The people took pride in being able to help and set to work showing them our ways of survival, and the spirits of our ancestors were pleased that we had not sent them on their way. Yeah, see, it's good to help. You guys were all wrong. Remains of Polynom, the warrior we exiled for beating our elders, has been found not far from here. It's hard to say, but he was probably killed by wheels. Well, you know, he was a jerk, so he probably brought it on himself. I hate to say it, Polynom. Oh, swords -1, population -1. We're back from our expedition, which took us to the northeast. We explored an area I can only describe as bleak and unpopulated. A party of ragged refugees jumped out of the bushes and attacked. Judging them too strong to fight, I led a retreat. The unfamiliar tactics they used made this difficult. Still, all but one of us made it out alive. Mood minus. The elders are still wondering how Starin can possibly serve effectively on the circle after the Eggershite incident. They haven't been shy in sharing their misgivings with other members of the clan. Well, you know what? She's staying. So what is the new map area that we uncovered look like? A whole lot of nothing, huh? Well, it's now early dark season, so we are definitely not going out and doing that again. What I think we will do, however, spirit indifference. Whatever spirit indifference is, I guess that means spirits are less likely to help us. Let's try to do another ritual to tame the river, if that's possible. Taming the river. Is it bad to do one so soon? You need to have planned magic to perform a ritual. You can perform only one ritual per year, and repeating a ritual before 5 years have elapsed is difficult and taxing. Okay, so we probably should not do it again then. When did we do that? It's been less than 5 years. Can we tell? I'm sure the thing will be gone if it's still there. I'm sure that means we did it wrong. Yeah, so we did it in year 11, and it's year 13 now, so we cannot do that one again. We should not do that one again. So let's pick one that, I mean, if we know any. Are there any we know? The Marriage Maker, well, we already did that one recently, Taming the River. So we should actually sacrifice. I don't like that option. We should sacrifice to try to, for mysteries, to maybe learn one of these other. Gain a herd of cows, strengthen the quester, gain a treasure, help our pastures. So which one would we want to learn to try later? Provide abundant game. Can gain wealth. Can help us in battle. Can gain a herd of horses. Can help our forage. Or can improve relations. So let's maybe try Gamari Horse Mother. See if we can learn her ritual. We already have a shrine to Gamari, it looks like, because we have Cult Blessing. Can we sacrifice to you, madam? Or should we sacrifice to someone else? Like, should we sacrifice to High Lord to try to find his Horsebreaker? Allow the tame wild horses. No, let's go for, what is it, Gamari? Yeah, let's try to sacrifice to you. Maybe we'll gain travel time decrease, or maybe we'll get some more fermented milk. Let's sacrifice. 4 mysteries. Gamari will be more likely to respond if we offer at least 7 cows. 7 cows worth of goods. When it comes to sacrificing, that is, when we spin, more of a gift than a sacrifice, I always say, and it should, because the gods might not. You're so useless. We didn't earmark clan magic to rituals, so we should make a larger sacrifice now. Okay, so I don't really want to waste goods, though. We also don't have that many herds. I'm trying to I'm trying to stockpile goods, so honestly, 9 cows worth. Gamari revealed the workings of her kumis blessing. We're back from the expedition which took us to the southeast. We explored an area I could only describe as untamed and largely featureless. Hi guys! How you doing? You don't seem very friendly today. A war-weary group from the city of Orlentos appears on your border, seeking the refugees you met last season. Oh, no you don't. They belong to the Darahapan culture, rulers of the empire you left behind as the ice advanced towards it. They are our lawful servants, their leader says, and we have come to recover them. By duty, they must come with us. As descendants of the empire, it is your duty to bring this about. Yeah, but we're not slavers, so you guys can just frig off. We used to have nobles like the Darahapans, but they were good and just and realized that rank did not help them survive in the wilderness. So I should have read the options. Attack them, give them the refugees, convince them to forget the refugees, heal, feed, and re-equip them for further journey, or tell them the refugees are gone. And our leader, Amanai, wants to tell them, just forget about it. We should put refugees and nobles in a pit and set them all on fire. God, Starren, what? Like, maybe you don't belong on this council. Could others track the refugees? There are worse Darahapans than these. The real problem here is that we can't see any way out of the contradiction in, levels. What? Darahapan nobles are the arrogant pinnacle of an arrogant people. Their servants were right to come to us. There you go, Ernost. We will win if we jump at them, but perhaps at a cost. Their laws do not work in their new situation. Yeah, your laws don't apply here, Darahapans. Convince them to forget about it. Do you offer a gift? No, because we can't afford a gift. No. The Darahapan nobles were not the type to easily consider a new point of view, yet in the end they conceded that getting their servants back would cost them more than it would gain them. Yeah, you have to come through us. And you've only got like 6, 7 dudes. I can count. This guy's even left his shield behind. He's a loser. Come on. You guys can't fight. Oh, we have small children shooting some kind of grouse. You catch 4 young huntsmen of the Grey Wings poaching on your land. Appears to be more than 4, unless these are the 4 and these are us. When caught, they say they wandered here in a pursuit of game on their own and were not told to come here by their elders. I mean, look at that. Those kids are like 4 years old. I don't know how old children are. But if they took 1 grouse from us, I mean, I don't think their elders would tell them, go take a single grouse from this other clan. Like, that's not gonna, they can't carry that much, so they're not, I don't think they're lying. Let them go, frighten them, then let them go. Hold them for ransom, let them go, then demand compensation. Stelfor West clan burned poachers in fire cages. He was feared, but not loved. We're not poaching small children, okay? And besides, if that bird hadn't already been killed by us, like, it deserves to die. Like, we should say, please children, take this bird. It is too dumb to survive. We do not want it breeding on our lands and bringing us stupid chickens. If you can sneak up on it that much, it's not a very good bird. Let them go. It's not like they were rustling goats. Exactly. Let them go. This should not become a wound between us. Hold them for ransom. We could use some cows about now, says Elendry. Elendry, why are you here? They should yield a ransom of about 20 cows. Yeah, and then they make Grey Wings mad. Let them go. You have to credit them for boldness. One of them might have gotten away with it, but 4 was too many. I mean, they're 4 freaking children. No, let them go. People said the clan was too mood minus, but goods plus 10. People said the clan circle was too lenient. Grey Wing emissaries arrived a few days later with gifts to thank us for showing kindness where hardness would have been justified. Still late dark season. We could sacrifice again, but maybe we just want to hold on. Because we got some goods, which we may use next year in Adventure. Or we may not, because we may have to do that thing about our fields, rotating our crops. People are a little bullheaded right now. Well, good for them, I guess. What did we learn down here? We learned nothing. We learned nothing. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to end turn. It's late dark season. Let's confirm. Let's just huddle up here in the winter. Alright, that did nothing. Let's huddle again, honestly. Mood minus. Oh, our horses are in trouble again. Alarm sweeps your land as many of your horses fall sick with white hoof. Call on Orisa to heal the currently afflicted horses. Call on Gamari to prevent this from happening in the future. Hope for the best, or drum up friendly spirits to drive off disease spirits. You want to do spirits, but we have spirit indifferent, so I don't know how spirits are going to help us. Let's call on, I mean, we'll have to put goods into it, I guess, if we call on the gods, though. Let's call on Orisa to heal the current horses. How many, will you tell me how many goods? You will not. So I'm going to do 8 goods. Mood plus, goods minus 8. Our healer spun to the goddess's side, where she promised to relieve our misery. Well, thank you, Orisa. After 6 years, our fields are exhausted and the barley crop won't do well. We need to clear more fields and let the animals graze on the old ones. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, Ammonai, what? You have a scar upon your face. How did this happen? Maybe you always had that scar and it just looks worse now that you're older. Our prestige is reasonable, but they are not impressed by our small herds. So, last year 25 babies were born. We initiated 14 children as adults. Alright, that was fun. The game actually crashed on me just in the middle of reading, so thankfully I was able to reload, and it seems like we are back to where we started, or at least back to where we left off when the game crashed on me. So the clan had 18 more people, 3 more head of cattle, and 8 more horses than we did last Sacred Time. Our crafters produced 47 cows worth of goods. Our market made a profit of 23 cows worth of goods. Maintaining our shrines took 14 cows and goods worth 28 cows. The seers had a vision of a dead bear. Our foragers would find little food this year, but that's alright. We don't do much foraging. And we are known for finding secrets Hylor left before he died. What do we want to say? Ritual magic will make it easier to ask Busrion and others. Okay, yes, let's put a point in ritual. We have 11, but now we have 10. Magic. Pasture magic. Yeah, we need pasture magic. Our herds are low, so this is priority. So let's put 2 in there. Wildlands magic will help counteract the bad foraging. Well, we're not going to do any foraging. Diplomacy rituals will help us bridge the gap between us and the Rams. I don't know if we're doing that. Leave a few points in reserve. It's often better to concentrate our magic in a few areas. So let's do crafts. And let's do exploring. I leave 6 magic left in reserve. So proceed, please. A blind prophet has said that this land would be a horse queen's dowry. The signs were very certain, but he did not know when this would occur. I am not going to lose sleep because of these tidings. Okay. Sure, whatever you say, you die. The people are a little bullheaded these days. Sure. Let's start a new venture. We need to do what? Convert fields to pastures, pastures to fields, convert pasture land into new fields. That's what we were told we needed to do, right? I think it was. So let's go ahead and go for that. So now we know what this fletchery is about. Produce enough arrows that we were well supplied for a year. Because we ran out of arrows last time. So let's convert pastures to fields. And Parnana, if you want to do it, you can do it. Parnana led the clan in the tedious work of removing stones from some of our pasture land. Then it was much easier task to consecrate the newly cleared fields to the barley mother and the earth mother. The old fields became grazing land for our cows. Well, that's very nice. Did a great thing there. Exploring magic bonus. We got another magic bonus. But we have a low food. Really? We have food stockpile of 1 season? I thought our foods were doing good. Maybe we should have, maybe we should have done some foraging. Because we're in some trouble here. Okay, well, we're in trouble. I did not realize that. We had like 5 seasons of food last time I looked. So let's see. Who do we know that might give us something? Who do we favors do? Eyes of Gold owes us a favor, and more Coggin owes us a favor. Well, you know what, Eyes of Gold, you hate us, but you owe us a favor. So you know what? We're gonna call in a favor here, please. Is that an emissary? Oh, we've already checkboxed them, right? So we've already sent them an emissary? Yes. We could buy food with our goods by sending a caravan and not an emissary. That's what I mean. But I think I'm going to try to call in a favor. No, not explorer. Thank you. I'm going to try to call in a favor to more Coggin, please. We've never sent you an emissary before, but I don't want to bring you anything because we need all our stuff. But we will just send an emissary with 2 swords and 5 bows. It's not that many, but let's have someone, yeah, diplomacy is very good, bargaining good, sure. Parnana, you can also go. You can go again. Go ask for some stuff, please. Brilliant Hoof emissaries greet you on your clan border. They know your priests and priestesses have a good reputation. Their own magic is at a low ebb, they say. They would consider a favor you owe them discharged if you perform a blessing rite to restore it, giving them good fortunes in the trying seasons ahead. We can gift them with divine magic, gift them with spirit magic, offer goods instead, offer cows instead, or tell them it's not a good time. Gift them spirit magic. You say both. You say spirit. You say both. You say just give them stuff and not magic. Hylor said pay your debts. He did not say to pay them exactly as asked whenever we were asked. Okay, spirit magic it is. Do your shamans perform the long and taxing versions? Sure. So that loses a magic, but we gain +1 mood. Our shamans surrounded the emissaries with luck spirits who would accompany the Brilliant Hopes back to their lands. We had well discharged the favor we owed. Mood minus, huh? It's been many years since we last sent our warriors on a raid. Our patrols have heard our Arthur clans laughing at us. Our swords grit their teeth, but begin to doubt their leaders. We should send a raiding party as soon as we can. You might recall when Liafor, I've2, and I gained fire magic. I sure do, Yadakan. We were only children then. Thanks to your wisdom and mercy, I survived to come of age. I feel Elmal's gift deep within me, both in the worship circle and on the field of battle. I put myself at your service. Well, thank you. Do you know how to grow food? We're short of food. We should ask for help. Yes, I know. That's why we're here. We're calling in a favor, please. Your emissary Parnana approaches the Morkagani, asking them to make good on a favor they owe you. The Morkagan chief seems shocked that we have sent a woman as our representative. Please give us food. Our stockpiles are low. This is no time to be generous. The customary amount, or a little more than custom demands. No, we're just going to ask for the custom amount, please. Or customary amount. The more Kagani provided it to us without complaint. Well, thank you. We now have still one season of food. And we can't forage for it. Did we know about these other things? About Elampor is here? I thought Elampor would have been to the north, honestly. Did we know this was here? Okay, so what do we want to do? We should probably buy food, but that means we have to spend goods. And we don't have a lot of... Well, we have 78 goods. That's pretty decent. Then let's do one of those. I don't know if we've sent a kind of trading caravan like that before. Our stockpiles are low. We will harvest soon, but may run out before a full year goes by. We should buy more herd animals. We don't have enough, and it's making it harder to feed the clan. Our insufficient number of goats, so we should buy goats. Okay, so let's see who can sell us some goats. We wish to buy herds, and we will sell you goods. We will send a medium caravan. Let's read about this a little more. This dialogue lets you send a trader to exchange items or try to set up a regular trading route. Trade routes support a market. If you're trading items, you can choose a small, medium, or large caravan and what to buy or sell. Click the small map button to show clans and trading routes. Clans you send a caravan to will have a check mark. Choose a trader and an escort. If you want to sell a treasure, pick it first. Whoa, excuse me. So I think sell buy, that's what this means. Sell on the side, buy on sell goods to buy herds, please. And who would we want to send to? Someone probably close by that likes us. Maybe somebody that we haven't sent a twin songer over here. We've been kind of ruining their life. They're very close by though, so we won't have to go too far to ask for things. Twin Song, would you like to trade and not to raid me all the time, please? I will send a little extra, slightly smaller escort, because we're going into what has traditionally been enemy territory. Oh, hello guys. It's you again. We are being raided by the Zethmarings. There are 143 of them. Luckily, our patrol saw them in time, and 15 swords and 99 of our bows met them. It's not great. Let's put 2 magic in that, please, and use the self-firing bow. And please drive them off. Well, let's conduct a magic ritual. I'm going to need my horses on my side, please. Oh, so they put something in reserve. We've never tried that option. As our priests completed the ritual, the hooves of our horses began to spark. While we performed our ritual, the Zethmarings shifted some forces into reserve. Let's skirmish with them, please. Zethmaring advanced through relentless arrow volleys. I mean, we're doing pretty good numbers-wise, but they have a reserve, so... take advantage of an opportunity for slaughter, take risks to win, fight cautiously, fight cleverly. Let's fight cautiously, please, because we know they've got their reserve somewhere. As Zakorda pops up, please do good, Zakorda. A speck in the sky draws nearer, nearer, nearer until you see who it is. the Zethmarin clan hero, Ionastaran, using the gift of the Ram God to ride the clouds and hurl bolts of thunder at your forces. Well, that's not fair. Though Ionastaran has arrived late to the battle, his presence threatens to turn it decisively against you. As the foremost fighter on your side, Zakorta wonders what he might do to counter this threat. Call on Elmal to strike him down with a sunbolt. Call on Elmal to wreath his steed in flames, then ride up to duel him. Order all bows within range to concentrate fire. Zakorta, I think it's time for you to man up. I mean, you've been manning up. You've been to great help. But I think it's time for you to one-on-one with this guy. Elmal, please help us. Magic -1. It's not great. For reasons that were surely correct, Elmal did not deem Zakorta worthy of his legendary feat. Ionastaran remained in the sky, wreaking havoc on us. Why did you let this happen? Because you worship the wrong person? Call on Elmal to wreath his steed in flame. That didn't work. Let's fight cleverly, please. Yes, we pushed them back a little bit. Their gamble failed as the risky maneuvers left them in a worse situation. They no longer had the upper hand. Zakorta said that it was hard to tell if their war leader was more capable. I mean, their war leader is more capable. He's freaking flying through the sky on a magic horse throwing thunderbolts at us. Let's continue to fight cautiously. Oh, they completely routed us. They were able to give their forces a brief rest before renewing the attack. It was soon over. Ouch. What in the world, man? There was a terrific fight. Our combat magic overcame theirs, but it was not enough. We were driven from the battlefield, and the Zethmarings made off with 29 cows and 13 horses, which they had trouble driving. They took 12 cows worth of loot. It would have been worse without their fortifications. With their careful attention, our auxiliaries saved 4 warriors from dying and healed 4 of the wounded. Not great. At some point during the battle, the self-firing bow exploded in a shower of brass beads and sun symbols. We never found most of them. Well, we're in a worse position now because our herds are just dwindling forever. We're gonna need some food soon. It's not great. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not great. But I will go ahead and end the episode here, unfortunately. But thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time.